also is joining me today on our live stream. So Instagram, you know how it is. If you've been around a little bit, welcome everybody. My name is Crispina Ffrench. I am a textile upcycling artist, instigator, entrepreneur. And every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, we go live for just 20 minutes. So today I have a dear friend of mine, Kathleen Tesnakis from Ekologic over in Troy, New York, who is joining me because we are doing something super cool over in my membership that is called Stitcherhood. So in Stitcherhood, Stitcherhood is a membership organization right here online, and it is there's two different kind of tiers within Stitcherhood. It's for textile upcycling people who are interested in textile upcycling, whether hobbyists, industry professionals, experienced entrepreneurs, solopreneurs just getting started, whoever it is who might be interested is of course welcome. So Kathleen, when I started Stitcherhood, Kathleen was one of the first people who I invited to join because we go back a long way. Kathleen and I met over 25 years ago, I believe.
Yes.
Around then, right? We, you know what, Kathleen, I have to do this one.
Yes.
I think we have to mute the computer.
I'm just kidding.
If you
that was an experiment. Sorry.
Uh-oh, now I can't hear you.
I can join you on live on Insta, but it's creating feedback. So I just.
Kathleen, I cannot hear you. I'm wondering if, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You can hear me?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Because for a minute there, I couldn't hear you. And for some reason on my, when I'm looking at the Instagram feed, I'm seeing your ceiling. Is there a way for you to prop your phone up?
You know what? I turned it off because.
Yeah, it's just you guys.
Ceiling. Oh, here. Let's do this. Let's see. All right.
I think join again. See if you can join again.
See.
And this is par for the course, you guys, because honestly, all this technology, you know how they tell you, be authentic? We are really good at being authentic over here, right? Like this is how it is when you're trying to figure stuff out. And the cool thing is that we have a ton of people waving and joining us. And thank you so much for rolling with us, you guys. So while Kathleen's getting her Instagram back up and running, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Stitcherhood and about how it works. So we have two different tiers. We have our Curious membership, which is a $10 monthly membership. And then we also have something called Collaborators, which is a $49 a month membership. And it's really for people who are really interested in pushing forward in the realm of textile upcycling. There you are. Hello. Welcome. Now, I think that maybe there's a little feedback going on, and I think it has to do with your phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, how to turn that off. I was trying to turn the volume all the way down. But I may not be able to go on Instagram.
You know what? I think it's okay if you don't. I think it's okay if you don't. I think we should just skip the Instagram. I will be live on Instagram. If anybody's on Instagram and wants to get an eyeful with the lovely Kathleen, you can hop on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn. And every time we do this, we learn a little bit more about how to make it really accessible for everybody on all of our platforms. But today, rather than give you guys all a headache with the feedback, we're going to go forward with without Kathleen on Instagram. But so in the collaborator portal of Stitcherhood, we host a weekly gathering called Studio Hour. And we just changed up the format of our Studio Hour so that we get to peek inside the studios of people who are doing amazing things in the textile upcycling, recycling, and reuse realm. And I'm really excited to be hosting Kathleen tomorrow evening at 5:15. So Kathleen, can you share a little bit about your experience with just your general path and passion around your textile upcycling, and then how that is for you to share within Stitcherhood?
Yes. Well, so I have been an upcycling fashion designer for the last, I think, is it 28 years? Something it's crazy. 26 years. It's in there. And so I am so thrilled that Crispina has created this platform where people can come together and learn and develop businesses. It's exciting to me because this is critical mass period where we're all changing our lives. I mean, I think when Crispina and I started so many years ago, people kind of thought we were a little crazy. Like they weren't sure. They sort of knew it was important, but weren't sure how to get themselves there. And today it's obvious. So I'm so excited that Crispina has created the Stitcherhood for us to come together and share our knowledge, because that's how we change the world. So I've been recycling and making one-of-a-kind clothing and accessories by recycling cashmere primarily. And I do juried art shows around the country. And I'm also one of the featured artists at Grand Central Holiday Fair that will be returning this year. So you can come and get some amazing recycled cashmere from me.
Yeah. I think that also, for those of people who are watching over on Instagram, I just wanted to, I'm going to ask a question, just interject a question. Could somebody on Instagram, I'm seeing Frogmouth 7210. I'm also seeing Marily's Mansfield, I think. Could you guys let us know if you're able to hear Kathleen when she's speaking? Let us know that. Also, let us know if you're familiar with ekologic. I just want to throw a link out there. So if anybody wants to see what Kathleen's talking about, ekologic is ekologic.com. So you can really get a visual for what she's sharing about. Oh, good. And yes, they can hear you. So that's awesome. So thanks for following you guys on Instagram. Kathleen is sharing her story, but it's hard for us. Oh, good. Oh, good. So yes, people are definitely hearing you. That's awesome. So Kathleen is heading off to a show. She one of the things that I think is really cool about what you do, Kathleen, is over the last 26, 28 years, whatever it's been, much longer than honestly, I think we were younger than that when we met, right? Like, I feel like I was certainly, I think I was 28 actually when we first connected. So I'm dating myself, but honestly, life goes by so quickly and in the most magical way. So here we are, still connected through our work, right? Yeah. And you have created a passion that surpasses any limitation in my view, where we were just chatting before we got started about you're going off to the show. I would love for you to share a little bit about the show and how you've came to realize that these are your people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, the pandemic made me sort of go outside my normal path, and I went to the Devon Horse Show to sell my work. And this week I'm going to be at the Hampton Classic, which is a hunter jumper show. So that's pretty exciting. But I found out that horse people are my people. They love the outdoors. They love animals. They tend to be pretty svelte, so they're healthy. They're out there in the world. I mean, I believe that svelte comes in every size. It just depends on how you're moving your body. So I really connected to this group of people and love just being in the environment. It's just really beautiful. So I will be at the Hampton Classic for the next week, starting on Sunday. And then I've made all kinds of things, weird part of my work is people like those funky off the beat stuff. And so it's always a risk. So I've made some really interesting pieces, which I think I will be revealing tomorrow. And I'm really super excited to be there.
Yeah. And so, traditionally, I think that Kathleen and I actually, when we were first connected, we were doing, wholesale shows. We were doing the New York International Gift Fair, which is where we actually met. And since then, our paths have stayed parallel in some respects, but in other respects, really kind of forked into different places. So, Kathleen has ventured into a place where you might not necessarily imagine selling initially, right? Like, her work is cashmere, like she shared. Her sweaters are gorgeous. They come in a wide range of sizes and colors. yet the people who are attracted to the horse show circuit are those who are really happy to support her in her business. So just that in itself, thinking about, getting your product in front of people who are going to love and appreciate it in an atypical manner, right? Like it's not a crap. I mean, you might be set up next to somebody selling, bridles or saddles or, horse hoof paint, because there is stuff like that. Because my kids are horsey. I'm not really horsey, but I'm learning. There's this sort of opportunity that might have been overlooked.
Yeah. I mean, especially they are not used to purchasing from a maker. And that's kind of a big deal. Like when they come in, they're like, no, really, you make this stuff? And I'm like, yes. So it's a whole new exposure for them as well, to buy local, to buy recycled, and, and to buy directly from the maker.
That is such a cool thing, Kathleen. I never even thought of that until just this minute too. One of the things that happens, and I think that you will agree, is that every time that we sell a piece of our work, whether it's one of your sweaters, if it's a blanket I made, if it's whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Every single time someone who has upcycled something sells a piece of their work or even gifts it to someone, you're opening the eyes of people in a way that they hadn't had their eyes open in the past, right? Oh my gosh, that was made out of old cashmere sweaters. It looks brand new. Oh my, it's gorgeous. I love the colors. I love the coloration, the pattern, the sizing, the shape. So you're inspiring this new kind of open-mindedness, right? So a lot of times I find myself kind of preaching to the choir in that, the people who buy my product are already buying my product. They're already aware of the need and a possibility of supporting, one of a kind, handmade, beautiful things, whether, your customers, my customers, the customers of our kind of genre in general, right? Mm-hmm. But to branch out of that and to be in this place where these people are they're new to it and you're teaching. That's such a cool aspect of that show. That's wow. Really cool. How cool.
And they're teaching me. That's the cool thing is when you're direct. I mean, they're teaching me just as much as I'm teaching them. And
yeah, it's such a cool. That is, it's so true. I find that even like in an actual teaching session, when I am, teaching a workshop, or I oftentimes and I joke and I say, you guys are teaching me more than I'm teaching you. You should actually be paying. I should be paying you, but rather than the opposite. It's just it's a nice opportunity to interact with a group that might not have had the foresight and the desire to reach out to those hand makers. So one of the things I love to do on my Tuesday sessions is I love to find out who you guys are out there, right? Like I see Rochelle and Kathleen are friends, and Rochelle's watching over on LinkedIn. Thank you, Rochelle. Let us know, where are you tuning in from? Is this the first time you've stumbled across this live feed that we do each Tuesday, or have you put this on your calendar and you schedule your Tuesday mornings around it? Every Tuesday for just about 20 minutes, I come on here live on all of the platforms where you are watching now. And I am always really excited to introduce you to a special guest today, being Kathleen Tesnakis from ekologic.com, where you can find her beautiful, handmade, one-of-a-kind, just really, really wearable, functional, and gorgeous work. I am the proud owner of several ekologic pieces and have been wearing them literally for as long as I've known Kathleen. I have the very first pink, I think it has a touch of mohair in it, pink beehive hat with this gorgeous salmon colored band. I need to pull that out, not this time of year, but soon. I will be wearing that a lot. And Rochelle is coming to us live from West Virginia. Where are the rest of you guys from? I don't see. Carolyn, where are you from? How about Marilee, and who else do we have here? It's hard for me. Douglas. I see Douglas. It's FLCCU Ministry. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I would love to know if you're watching live or if you're catching this as a recording.
And hi,
And
Carol. I see Carol up there.
oh, great. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Carol, for tuning in. Listen, the other thing too is that Kathleen will be joining us for an hour-long studio hour tomorrow evening in Stitcherhood. And if you're interested in catching that and you are not a member of Stitcherhood, you can join Stitcherhood for a 7-day free trial. No strings attached. If you find that that was great, I'm so glad I got to see Kathleen. It's super duper, but this is not my cup of tea. You can opt out very easily. If you have trouble opting out, I'm here. I have a wonderful assistant. I actually have 2 wonderful assistants, Sandra and Iris, who can also help out if there's need for that. And I'd love for you just to check it out and share it. Let people know this is, we are part of a movement, and it's so nice that Kathleen and I get to share our parallel paths. It's been such a nice long journey for both of us to share this history together. Let's see, I see Daisy Girl and Donna Mata. Donna Mata's with us. Oh, that's awesome. And Melissa. Melissa's in northern Utah. I think Donna Mata is in the Berkshires unless she's traveling, because she is a girlfriend who I have met alive in person, real life. I actually knew her that way long before I knew her this way. So awesome to hear, Donna. Donna and I, actually, funny story, Donna and I met. We have a ton in common. We met at 4-H. We have we both have sons that are older, and then 2 daughters that are very close in age that are younger. And her 2 daughters and my 2 daughters are similarly aged. And it was just so cool to meet and to have that connection, and then to have the 4-H connection too. 4-H is a really cool organization. Doesn't have a thing to do with textile upcycling, however.
Right.
But
take your 4-H skills and textile upcycle.
Well, and then there's that horse show that you're going to, because this is how my kids became horsey, right? It was all 4-H's fault. So yeah, if anybody has any questions for either Kathleen or me, you're welcome to post them in the comments, whether if you have those questions immediately now while we're live, or if you're watching as a recording, I will pass any questions directed toward Kathleen onto her. And you can follow her page. She is on Instagram. She's on Facebook. She's on YouTube as well. So take a look at those pages, give her a follow, and then please do join us tomorrow evening at 5:15 in Stitcherhood. And Donna says it does have to do with textile upcycling because they have quilting in 4-H. And Donna, you're absolutely right. Thanks for bringing that to my memory. Thank you. Awesome. And let's see, Jody says, hi, Kathleen. So interesting that you found community in the horse community. And that's from Jody, who is a member within Stitcherhood. So yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, any questions are welcome. If you're looking to join Stitcherhood, you can either go to my website, which is crispina.eco, and find on that top navigation, you'll see a little Stitcherhood link. And if you'd like to go directly to Stitcherhood, you can type in the word Stitcherhood, the word Stitcher and the word hood just mashed together, .Crispina, my first name, and then .eco. And that will land you right on our landing page, and hopefully you'll have all your questions answered there and can choose which tier to join. Curious members can join for $10 monthly, and the collaborators are $50 a month, or it's $49 monthly. And the collaborators will have access to our meeting with Kathleen tomorrow evening. If you want to add that on as an add-on, I think I just made that an option as well. So even if you're a curious member, you can still catch that with Kathleen. So anything we want to share in closing, Kathleen? I'd love for you to just plug where you'll be selling your work and direct people there.
Yeah, so you can always connect with me at ekologic.com. It's ekologic.com. And my newsletter is a really fun thing to participate in. You get kind of special discounts for being a part of the newsletter. You also get a little inside view of where I am, what's going on in my life, and you get bulldog pictures of my two bulldogs. Tomorrow, I'm actually excited to go live with everyone because it's a funny moment. You know, when I am right before a show and I've made all this stuff, I'm totally nervous. I don't know what it looks like because it's just getting through the finishing process. So tomorrow will be one of those days where I'm going to be going through the piles potentially before they're steamed and finished, but just looking and revealing the brand new work that I did. So I'm going to kind of let you come in on this adventure with me and see what's going on and how I'm going to pack and get out the door and, you know, all the pressures. We're just going to let it show.
Yeah. You guys, it's a lot. And honestly, like even after you've been doing it a while, there's always, I remember, I actually don't do a lot of shows anymore, but I just remember that like the first show of the year was always like, oh, do I have the clothespins? Did I pack the screwdriver? Do I have the drill gun? Like, and after that first show, then it kind of like, you knew you had everything in one place and it was all together, but then it was like, is the work done? Did I snip the threads? There's always something to like think about, and then getting to where you're going. And it's like, as soon as you get in the car and you're moving, it's like, okay.
That's right. And we camp in a little camper, you know, like we don't stay in hotels anymore. We have a little, you know, class B, and it's really fun for us to sort of exercise that minimalist idea and taking essentials with you and packing in, packing out. I kind of love that additional challenge. I mean, I don't suggest having those two challenges at once. This has been a 26-year process, but it's always an adventure. So it's going to be fun in a new place, and I'll be camping. And don't tell people that come to the show that. This is purely inside information.
It's our little secret, you guys. Okay, mom's the word. Awesome. Hey, thanks so much to everybody for joining today. It's such a pleasure to connect with all of you. We'll be back next week right here at 11 a.m. each Tuesday, and I look forward to seeing you all then. And Kathleen, thank you so much for joining today. I'm really looking forward to joining with you again tomorrow in Stitcherhood.
Great. Thank you so much, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Bye.